officially recording. Cool. And we'll try to work through the intro as quickly as we can because we got a lot to go over.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, legs. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. This is Prof. Tumblebund, and as always, I have my amazing wife by my side, Weaselbility.
Hello, everyone.
And that is right. We are back. We are not dead. And quite frankly, we really miss this.
Yeah, we really miss recording, and we decided that why not start with the old favorite of ours that we really missed, The Sims.
Yes, so Weasel and I have been brainstorming since essentially the turn of the new decade of 2020 of what we could do, and we immediately settled on Sims.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, well, playing The Sims is fun and all, and really we've been inspired because we've been watching series like the 100 Baby Challenge with Kelsey and Peachesmay.
And Peacha K.
And Peacha K, and on the BuzzFeed multiplayer channel, and then James Turner, who is also known as the Sim Supply, watching literally any video that he puts out. And, you know, we wanted to play The Sims because that just seems like fun and kind of non-committal, if I'm terribly honest, because you and I both have full-time jobs.
Yep. And we have played The Sims before where we're just playing a character and experiencing their lives. So we wanted to do something a little bit more different.
And the game has also, like, changed considerably.
Yeah, also we bought a lot of packs.
Yes.
So get ready.
So in the past we have played under Weasel's account, but we are now playing on my account, which doesn't have everything that yours does, but it still has good stuff on it. And we've been looking for challenges because we didn't just want to play basic Sims. We couldn't really find any that we liked. Well, a long time ago we did the Homeless Sims challenge, but we kind of made our own rules, and I think that series came out really successfully. I think we went from the Homeless Sims challenge to using that sim that we had from that to like try to build a restaurant or something, and then that series didn't go anywhere. But this will go somewhere.
Yeah.
Weasel and I have created our own challenge once again. But this challenge comes from an idea that you had that I did think was very interesting, if you wanted to kind of explain that to the class.
So I had the idea of what, like, in The Sims, you know, you're controlling a person and you're going out through their life. So I wanted to take that idea and put it as something we all know, the game of life, the board game. But it's fun that random things can happen to your Sims. And I had a couple more things involving, you know, like life events, like getting married and stuff. But the thing that I wanted to use was dice to determine random things that could happen. And I worked it out with Prof, and you came up with a great idea. And do you want to explain that part?
Yes. So the thing that really attracted me to you is you, number one. And then number two, your idea of using an actual die for the game. I thought that was really cool. Loving the D&D vibe that comes with that, and what you had done when you had come up with the random life events thing is you had pre-assigned life events to the numbers on the die.
Yeah.
And so I absolutely loved that concept. So I kind of built a challenge around that idea, and what we have in front of us is a die. It's actually a 12-sided die, because I had originally come up with the 12 numbers, and we were going to use 2 6-sided die, which is what you would normally see in a game like Monopoly or what have you. But this is one die with 12 sides, the numbers 1 through 12. Because like when I was making the original list of the events that could happen, you can't have something happen on 1.
Yeah, because you get snake eyes. That's 2 1s.
That's the lowest number you can get. So this one has the 1, and that's the real advantage in this. So we have the die, and I'm going to go ahead. This is our sim. This is Tomcat.
A completely random sim.
We came up with the name ourselves. She generated looking like this, and we thought this was the cutest look ever.
Yeah, and so we went with a pink and gray theme for the rest of their clothes, and we completely randomly generated their traits.
Right, so they do have an in-game die here, and so we have these traits, which I haven't even looked at. So they are a perfectionist, a goofball, and they are a bookworm. Now, the great thing about aspirations is there's 12.
There's 12 of them, so, and we have a 12-sided die, so we rolled it, and we got a 4.
We got a deviance, and then we did like an odd or even sort of thing. It's not really a deviance, they are dastardly. Dastardly Sims perform stronger and more successful mean interactions, which is great.
Because this is literally the cutest character who wants to be a jerk.
Yes, and I should also specify that there aren't 12 aspirations in The Sims. There's the number there that you have depends on what packs you have, but we just so happen to have the perfect number for a challenge. Because, for example, I have animal because I have cats and dogs. I think location is from city living, and so on and so forth.
So on and so forth.
Going back to our sim, this is her generated outfit, so we wanted to keep that, and we kind of kept the gray and pink motif. So this is her everyday. This is her formal, rad as heck. We have exercise. I love the ponytail. Weasel picked that one out. We have our sleepwear, party, pool, and then the hot and cold weather outfits here. So, we have a general theme of pink and gray throughout all of her outfits. Now, this challenge is called, I have named it, Moving On Up and Rolling On Down.
Prof just makes the best names for everything.
So essentially what we have is we have Cat here.
Well, Tom.
Miss,
of the Cat
Miss
family.
Cat. We have Miss Cat. And she wants a house. A very special, unique house that Weasel has created. Now, the instructions that I gave you, to quote, were to make it a house fit for the roses. The roses being from a TV show called Schitt's Creek, which is on Netflix, and it stars like this family that was super rich, and then they lost everything because they had an accountant or something, and he completely didn't turn in their taxes, so the government takes everything except for one town that they bought as a joke for their son, and then the show kind of goes from there. So that's what I told you.
Yeah.
And I haven't told you any of the rules of the game yet.
No, Prof just said build a house for them. And I was like, well, and I really like decorating houses. I'm not terribly good at building them. So I just took one of the pre-made houses here in Brindleton Bay.
Which comes from the cats and dogs.
And I used the, structure, the form of the house, but I changed the inside and added some stuff.
So Weasel made a house that is $247,729. This is the house that Tom wants to move into.
Yeah.
In order for her to do this, she's going to have to work a little because right now she only has $20,000, or simoleons, if you will, as you can see by this number here. To make things a little extra complicated, if you haven't played The Sims, in order to move into a house, you do have to buy it. So, for example, we could move into Hindcourt or Hideaway here because it's
within our budget.
Right. I also should say that I think is it this house? Yeah.
The hecky.
Is it this world? Oh yeah, they're right here. So this is a house that I had made. Usually this is an empty lot, but this is a world that I had been previously messing with so that I could relearn how to play The Sims because a few things have changed. The game even updated not a few days ago from when we're recording this, so it's crazy. So I did make a house for Tom specifically in Willow Creek, which is great because Willow Creek and Oasis Springs were part of base game. Yeah. Willow Creek usually being considered the starter town. And then we have Newcrest, which was eventually added to the game in an update. San Myshuno, which comes from City Living, and then Brindleton Bay from the Cats and Dogs. But let's go to Willow Creek. So what I did to make things a little bit more difficult for us, did I build it in this one?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, it's this one. That's right. So there's this Daisy hovel here. This is where we're going to live, and you may notice that it costs 18,417 simoleons. So when we move in, we're only going to have a little over $1,500 left.
Yeah. So the main goal of the challenge is to work our way up to move our way up, if you want to use the title, to that amount.
Which, again, is 247,729 simoleons.
That way Tom can buy their dream house.
Right. And that is the house that we want Tom to move into. Unfortunately, she cannot steal her way into this house. This is a pre-made home. I took a page out of Weasel's book.
It's space game. You're probably familiar with it.
I did add a few things, which I don't think even you got to see. I added the easel here, a guitar, this whole desk right here with the cheapest computer I could get in the game, with the idea being that these three things here are ways for Sims to make money, extra money on the side from their job, and also because I wanted to get the house as close to. My goal was to have about $1,500 to start off this challenge. So it just so happened to really work out to get these 3 specific things.
Yeah.
And it hit that target as close as possible. So it's a pretty good house. It has everything that we need, to kind of get our sim living. Now, moving on up. We're supposed to try to get our sim to move on up to this big, beautiful house. I'm also going to have to write down the fact that it's Monday. Very important. So essentially, our sim here is going to do everything they possibly can to move on up. There's not a lot of restrictions that I have in place to have that happen. I don't like a lot of challenges. I don't like challenges that have way too many rules or that try to get like really specific with things.
That we have time to grow into the character and have fun with it and not just adhere to strict guidelines.
Right. So this challenge here, to go into the rolling on down, is every Monday, not counting this Monday, we are going to roll the 12-sided die. Whatever number it lands on will correspond to a list of 12 predetermined scenarios. The only real restriction that I have in this game is no matter what job we have Tom here pick, let's also get them to kind of move around. I'm sure they would like to come into their house and perhaps eat something at 8:04 p.m. Let's have a dinner of grilled cheese.
A classic Sims meal.
A classic Sims meal. And then we'll have them use the bathroom, take a shower, and then go to sleep, because tomorrow is going to be a very busy day for them. That way we can have some action on the screen while we're talking. So I have 12 predetermined things, and the biggest restriction that I have is that when it comes to getting a job, we can pick whatever we want, but we are not going... Oh, a fire has already started. How wonderful. We are on fire.
Okay, extinguish yourself. Please stop, drop, and roll.
And then our house is now...
Okay, I think she caught it. She caught it fast enough.
That really just sets the mood for this series, just doesn't it? It just does, doesn't it?
Alright, I think she should take a shower.
No, she needs to eat.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
This just wouldn't be a normal Let's Play. Of course not. So we're going to go to the bathroom, take that shower, and then sleep.
Is she crying over the grilled cheese?
She's very tense right now. She almost died.
That would have been a way to start.
Yeah, to just immediately start off with sim death. As you can see, Tom has had a very difficult life here. And not only that, Tom is at the mercy of the dice gods. Because like I said, every Monday we're going to roll the die and a predetermined event will happen. When it comes to her job, as I was saying, the only restriction that I really have... Oh, she's just going to go straight to... She's just... You know what? She's like, I'm not really that hungry. I almost died. I'll eat this in a minute.
What? She didn't want to eat. She didn't eat?
I don't know.
Oh. I guess it just stayed queued up. Okay, she can eat after.
We'll move that there and then try again. Oh, she didn't finish her shower.
No, I know that there's been this thing going on where, like, you need to let them finish what they're doing.
Okay. The update that recently came to The Sims kind of messed with a few things. We even found that while you were building, that walls kind of acted a little funny.
Yeah, the update literally came out just a few days ago, so there's still little kinks in it. But Prof, you were saying about
so the biggest thing I have is that whenever you play The Sims, they can move up in their career. It's promotions.
By way of promotion.
By way of promotions, and in this case, our sim, Tom here, cannot promote until we roll the number for promotions. The way that I have these numbers set out is that pretty much all even numbers are good and odd numbers are bad. You can debate about whether or not odd and even applies to number 1 and number 2.
Sure.
So I've made those kind of neutral. So this is the way that the numbers are breaking down. If we roll a 1, we have to roll again. Whatever we land on, that effect will take place for 2 weeks.
Which is Monday to Monday.
Monday to Monday. So we're rolling again every Monday. If we land on the number 2, I have called that free parking in honor of Monopoly. And free parking, you know what? She's going to go ahead and eat this poor sandwich tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and go to sleep. Oh yeah, upgrading beds we learned is like a new thing that you can do now.
Yeah.
because of the tiny houses. Excuse me, thing. Number 2 is free parking. Nothing happens. It's a free week. Cool. If we roll a number 3, we cannot return to our house for that entire week. Obviously, if we come back from our job, it'll automatically take us home.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to immediately leave. We have to find a place to sleep and eat somewhere that isn't here.
Yeah.
That's for the whole week. If we land on the number 4, we unlock our promotion.
Yep, so you're good to go.
We can go ahead and get our promotion. And the way that we're going to do that is, and we'll show that in a second once we actually have a job lined up here. I'm going to let her finish her activity here. Okay, thanks for the goofball lesson. If we roll 2 promotions in a week and we haven't unlocked the promotion level, they don't stack.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, it's just going to be a free parking, essentially.
Yeah.
And the way that we're going to work that, and again, we'll show you in a second here, what the jobs kind of look like. I know you're having the worst possible day. Just go eat, Tom, please. Is there's certain things you have to do in order to get a promotion.
Mm-hmm. You have your daily tasks.
There's a daily task. You have to be efficient at work, and then there's certain requirements. And if you don't do those requirements, your sim can't get promoted no matter how well they're doing at work.
Yeah.
So we just won't do those requirements to prevent the promotion until we unlock it.
Yeah.
You unlock a promotion if you roll a 4, a 6, a 10, or a 12. For game balancing purposes, it didn't seem right to have unlocking a promotion only be one number.
Yeah.
Because that's just going to make the game way too hard. We're going to come back to number 5 in a second. Number 7, if we roll the 7, we have to slack off at work, which means we don't do our daily task and we have to do the lowest efficiency level. So whenever you're at work, you can click on your sim here and you can tell them to work way too hard and they'll come back home really tired, or you can tell them to slack off and they'll come back at work feeling just fine, except their performance will go down.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to pick whatever the lowest one is.
Yeah.
They're going to slack off. Number 8, it's a great one. They get to use a vacation day at least once that week.
Nice. And so the vacation days, just to jump in, is a paid vacation.
Yes. So that's why it's perfect. We get to stay at home. We can work on something really big and make extra money. It's entirely up to us.
Mm-hmm.
Where? Okay.
There's a wall here, which is kind of weird.
That was part of this.
Yeah.
We'll have them go to the bathroom and then we'll pull up the job selections screen in a second here.
Sounds good.
They use a vacation day. It's a paid day off, which is great because for us that means we can make even more money because we're at home.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, we have to cook only family portions of whatever the most expensive meal is that's available to us.
Mm-hmm.
So to give an idea of what that is, we're going to go to cook here. And, for example, the most expensive meals seem to be these cakes. No, it's the hamburger cake. So I think, you know what? For the sake of our challenge, we'll go ahead and skip the cakes.
Yeah, so Franken beans.
The Franken beans is $15. So it's the same thing.
You can sort it by price. Yeah.
So we'll have to do the Franken beans. I think you can only do family portions of the Franken beans. So.
Yeah, we'll see.
So that's how that one will work. We'll go ahead and pause this. So yeah, that was one of the caveats. So you have to pick whatever the most expensive food is. I think you can also do gourmet cooking.
You have to unlock that level 5.
So then that will become a whole other issue for our sim. As I said, 10 and 12 you unlock promotions. 11, we are going to lose half of whatever money we have on that Monday.
Yep.
So that means if we've been saving, if we are at $200,000 and we're almost there, we have to lose $100,000.
Gets cut in half.
And the way that we'll do that is we just have to buy expensive furniture and just store it in our household inventory, put a whole bunch of plants on our lot, something.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll, usually what you do is you just buy expensive items. And then, as I made it a rule for Weasel when I told her, in the event where we can't hit exactly that number, we're going to go over, not under.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and look at some jobs, because maybe we can, let's see what career is in store for Tom here.
Yeah.
I want to let you pick the career, love.
Okay. You don't want to let the dice pick?
I mean, I guess we can see what happens. We've got, and then, like I said, we haven't talked about number 5. I'll also put all of this in the description so that people can see it. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and so we have about 15 We can take off freelancer.
Yeah.
So that brings us down to 14. Let's also take off social media and style influencer.
Yeah.
Or no. Because I don't really like social media because you don't make a lot of money with that one.
Sure.
See, you work very restricted hours. See, this is a normal time. This is a normal working time.
Well, I think should we...
Oh, this one's kind of restricted. Politician.
Okay.
So we'll take politician and social media off the list, which gives us a total of 12.
Okay.
So we're gonna roll the die then, and then this astronaut is number 1, and then we'll go from there, skipping over those.
Sure, sounds good.
An 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're a tech guru.
Interesting.
I always manage to pick that one. That's hilarious that it says live chat support agent because I no longer work at the Children's Museum. I actually work for a call center.
Yep.
So really get to use... actually, I've gotten in trouble at my job for speaking too loud, and I blame YouTube.
It's just ingrained in you now.
So this is great. So we can go ahead and get this job now, and we're going to start tomorrow. Perfect. So while we're doing that, this is actually a perfect time for us to start getting... well, we're going to need to get a computer skill anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So let's... Oh, you know what? This is... let's do practice programming. Perfect.
Sure.
Because with practice programming, we can also be mischievous.
Yeah.
And hack into people's accounts and stuff. So we now have our very first job. Yay! We're a live chat support agent. We're on the tech guru thing.
Mm-hmm. So here we can see like the daily tasks and your performance bar there. So whenever you hit the check mark at the end, that's whenever you get promoted.
So it looks like, 'cause, you know, we haven't like play tested this yet. It looks like we can't really stop getting promoted, because as long as we just go to work, our performance will be average, or our performance will go up.
Mm-hmm.
We can't really stop ourselves from getting a promotion.
Well, I think we should see because I don't know how it.
Oh, you think maybe
like if you don't do your daily task, will you just be in the green and not get the check mark?
Well, with as long as you go to work, your performance will go up. Doing the daily task will make it go up faster.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing stopping us. But I don't know. We'll see once we go to work if maybe it'll load up some things here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the promotion where it says promotion requirements, normally underneath here it would say like, oh, you have to, I don't know, program a plugin or something like that. That's
Yeah.
the thing you can do. So normally that's something that would appear right
And
here.
maybe we're just too low a level on the career or something.
Right, but regardless, we're still going to end up getting a promotion.
Yeah.
So if we can't avoid that, we're not going to sweat it, especially because we're the ones that created the rules. So poops to everyone else. At the start, I mean, that's kind of nice too, right? So once you start a new job, all the unlocked promotions are just kind of free spaces.
Yeah,
Kind of make it a little bit easier on you.
that sounds good.
So there are 4 unlocked promotions out of the 12 possible chances. So that gives you a 1/3 chance of any time you roll the die of being able to unlock your career. Again, that's for balancing purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey! We have our welcome wagon. This is wonderful. We'll get to be jerks to everyone in the neighborhood. So we're going to give a rude introduction, make sure everyone regrets coming here. The nice thing about the welcome wagon as well is that they usually give you fruitcake.
Yeah. Usually you don't like the fruitcake, but we'll see.
We're going to vent to... This is summer. And we're going to get to know them and trick with hand buzzer. That sounds wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Because we're already working on our aspiration, it looks like.
Right, so for number 5, which is the number that I keep trying to get to, and then The Sims, this gosh darn game, keeps getting in the way of my Let's Play, number 5 puts us at risk of losing our job.
Ooh.
So if we roll a number 5, there is a chance that we will completely lose our job.
Mm-hmm.
Which is wonderful, because if we lose our job, we cannot apply for that job again.
Mm-hmm. We have to pick another career.
No matter how far up the totem pole we are, we can potentially lose our job. I have some caveats for what that means, and again, I'll put that in the description. But when the time comes, hopefully it doesn't, I will go into more detail about what that means.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, landing on the number 5 doesn't mean we immediately lose our job.
Okay.
It just means that we are now. The way I like to think of it is the way that my current job puts it. We're kind of like in. Yeah, invite them in. Oh, are we?
That's
are we
what
doing
you're. That's
that
what
now?
you're doing.
Yeah, everyone come in. Put the free fruitcake on my table. I want that. Man, these aren't queuing up right, are they?
It's a thing.
It's a thing, apparently. Also, our sim is gonna die from being tense and not having fun. We'll tell a funny story, and there we go. That did something. Yeah, I haven't actually played The Sims since the update happened. Let's talk to this person. Our sim married this person once.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna give a funny introduction. That's not being entirely rude, I guess.
We're gonna have to really battle ourselves to not be rude.
We our sim is mischievous, but that doesn't mean that they're a full-on jerk 100% of the time. Oh yeah, but landing on the number 5 doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna immediately lose your job. There's a bit of a rolling the dice process. And the example I like to give is at my current job, if you get in trouble or you do something that isn't right or what have you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You instead get put in for what's called an employee review, where you kind of have to like talk to your manager and they kind of go over some things. That's essentially what this is.
Oh.
Our sim is gonna, is at risk of losing their job, and they're getting taken in, put aside by their manager, and they're gonna talk to them, and we're gonna roll the dice and see where that conversation goes.
Interesting.
Yes. Unfortunately, so we're gonna stick to keeping these videos about 30 minutes. A lot of the people who we watch that play Let's Plays of The Sims,
Mm-hmm.
they do a lot of heavy editing, and they'll make their videos 30 minutes long, but in reality they're playing for like 2 hours and then just condensing it to 30 minutes. That's also their job. So we're not gonna do that. This is supposed to be very casual for us to kind of get us back in so that we can do this again. You keep looking at the screen with a concerned face, my love. What's going on?
Oh, just she's been tense for so long.
Oh yeah, I mean, she was on fire. She's gonna be like this for 7 more hours.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I would probably be tense for a really long time if I was, potentially on fire. Which is something that I thought I would definitely be under threat of a lot more. Because I do remember, like, every other month when we were in elementary school, we'd have, like, a presentation from our local fire department.
We'd have our fire drills. We would learn how to stop, drop, and roll. I've never stopped, dropped, and rolled necessarily.
And that's not to say that nobody goes through fires. It's just, it seemed like it was a more commonplace issue. Perhaps it used to be, but we've all moved away from stoves like these that just combust when you try to make a simple grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh no, we said something that got her upset.
I mean, that's what we want. That's what she wants. That's what Tom wants.
What do we want? Perform 10 mean or mischievous. Be disliked by 2 Sims? Oh, what is your name?
Liberty.
Liberty Lee, you are about to not like us. Although we're gonna vent for a little bit before before that. We have to be mean.
Or we can be mischievous.
We're gonna imply that their mother's a llama and also invite to a fake party.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Like, oh, sorry for calling your mother a llama. How about you come to this apology party that's gonna be next door?
Where you live?
So just to kind of recap, for moving on up and rolling on down, our end goal is to move into that fancy house that Weasel made by purchasing it, furnished and all, for $247,729.
Yeah.
It's not just going to be as simple as that. Every in-game Monday, we are going to roll the die, see where it takes us. That's also a cleanup. We're going to roll the die, see where it takes us. Why are you in our room? Whatever. We're going to roll the die, see where it takes us, and
we're gonna try to hit that goal by putting these, I guess, chance rolls in our way.
I'm going to go ahead and say that Tom here has perhaps angered some sort of god and karma, And that is why, perhaps she's trying to escape whatever this god of karma is. And, as soon as we moved in, they very politely remind us that our karma follows us no matter where we go.
Yep. So we're gonna have to wrestle with wants and needs here.
Our inner demon, as it is, as it were. I don't want to play any video games because that is a daily task. So we're gonna try to avoid that.
Yeah, I think there are other things. If we want to spend some money, maybe we can get like a radio and dance or something, or learn how to. Oh, she's too tense.
Oh, they're too tense. Oh, we can watch some TV. Let's watch.
Romance.
Yeah, that's exactly what a mischievous maybe Liberty Lee over here just mentioned that she got out of a really long-term relationship.
Ooh.
So we're gonna watch some romance. And Tom is going to be like, oh man, don't you like when people are in love, unlike you? So yeah, this is an introductory episode, kind of letting you know what's going on here. I'll try to put in the description. No, not try. We'll put in the description. The what the numbers mean whenever we roll them, because pretty much those numbers are what the rules are.
Yeah, those are the rules, and everything else between is up to us.
Yep. And that's kind of the nice part. Summer, get out of our house. You are not welcome here anymore.
You're eating the fruitcake that you brought. I thought that was for us.
Asked to leave. The kind of nice thing about having a root sim is I can finally do all these interactions that I've wanted to do.
Please get out of my house.
Oh, we're doing that very angrily. Yeah, you should get going.
It's like whenever someone tells you something you didn't want to hear, and you're like, oh yeah, like I thought of that first.
Yeah, exactly. So it's also going to take us a little bit to get back in the groove. I can't tell you frequency of episodes. Definitely like one a week at most.
Yeah, we're gonna try, and we'll see where this goes.
But it's good to be back. It really is, and it can be it's a little difficult, kind of getting started. And reading the rules at the same time. But we got there. We all got there together. And nobody was on fire.
No one was on fire.
Anyways, I do want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you stick around and you follow us through this. Love, is it good to be back?
It is. And I'm really excited.
So I do want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you stick around for the next one. And wherever you are, I hope you have a good night, good morning, or good afternoon.
Bye, everyone.
And cook grilled cheese safely.